If you go to Peru, here are the top 10 foods you must try. Peruvian food is a cuisine of opposites. Hot and cold on the same plate. Acidic tastes melding with the starchy. Robust and delicate at the same time. This balance occurs because traditional Peruvian food relies on spices and bold flavors, ranging from the crisp and clean to the heavy and deep. Each flavor counters or tames the other. While many people see Peru as a land of cloud-topped mountains and ruins of ancient civilizations, Peru's true treasure is in its rich culinary heritage. Ingredients and cooking techniques from Africa, Europe, and East Asia come together in a delightful melange that is utterly unique the world over. So, let's take a look at some typical things to eat in Peru. These are the top 10 Peruvian food dishes you absolutely must try. Number 10. Ricotta Rolano. This Peruvian dish may look very similar to stuffed red bell peppers, but don't let it deceive you. Ricotta Rolano packs a spicy punch. Ricotta Rolano is the Peruvian version of stuffed peppers, but this traditional dish from Peru is not made with your run-of-the-mill red peppers, but with native and iconic Peruvian ricotta peppers, also known as ricotta's peruanos. While they do look like smaller-sized red bell peppers, ricotta peppers really bring the heat. Although it's most popular in Arequipa, people all over the world love this dish for the ricotta pepper's spicy kick and savory flavors. Ricotta is often served with a slice of mozzarella cheese melted on top of the stuffing. This flavorful appetizer is often accompanied by baked potatoes or various salads on the side. Number 9. Cuy. Cuy, also called cabello, is a guinea pig and a traditional entree in South American Andean culture. In ancient Incan times, the cuy was either eaten by nobles or used as a fortune-telling method in sacrifice. Today, the animal is viewed as a nutritious staple of the cuisine. Cuy has been a Peruvian delicacy for over 5,000 years. Peruvians even gave the animal its own national holiday, which is celebrated every year on the second Friday in October. The name cuy comes from the sound the animal makes, and it's often prepared in the highlands of Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador. The meat is usually served whole after being baked or barbecued, and the taste is said to be similar to wild fowl or rabbit. Cuy chictado is a deep-fried flattened version of the meat served in the Arequipa region, and it's typically served alongside yellow potatoes and corn on the cob. Number 8. Pollo a la brasa. Pollo a la brasa is a popular Peruvian dish consisting of crunchy and juicy charcoal grilled chicken that is traditionally served with french fries and salads. Today, it is one of the most consumed meals in Peru, so much that 27 million Peruvians eat it daily. The dish was first invented in Lima in the 1950s when it was seasoned only with salt, but today the chicken is marinated in a special combination of ingredients consisting of vinegar, salt, pepper, rosemary, chili, and dark beer. Even though it looks like an intricate dish on the plate, pollo a la brasa is easy enough to make. Even beginner chefs have no problem replicating this succulent and healthy chicken dish. Don't be afraid to try making it for dinner one night. Once you try it, you and your family will want to eat it all the time. Number 7. Papa Salahuancaina. Papa a la Huancaina is a Peruvian appetizer of boiled yellow potatoes in a spicy, creamy sauce called Huancaina sauce. Although the dish's name is derived from Huancayo, a city in the Peruvian highlands, this dish is from Lima, Peru. It has become a staple of everyday and holiday cuisine throughout the country. The sauce is made of queso fresco, vegetable oil, yellow Peruvian pepper, evaporated milk, and salt mixed in a blender. Some recipes call for garlic, onion, and crushed saltines. This sauce is also used in many other Peruvian dishes. It is typically served cold as a starter over lettuce leaves and garnished with black olives, white corn kernels, and hard-boiled egg quarters. In the south of Peru, it is served with ocapa rather than huanquina sauce, made from freshly roasted peanuts, fried onions, and tomatoes, aji amarillo, cream or condensed milk, crushed crackers, or dried bread, salt, and huacate. Because it is served cold, papa a la huanquina is a favorite food of Peruvians to take on picnics and trips. Number 6. Lomo Saltado. 100 years before anyone had heard of Asian fusion cuisine, boatloads of Chinese immigrants arrived in Peru looking for work. The ingredients and techniques they added to Peru's food vocabulary are probably best exemplified by this hearty hybrid stir-fry, Lomo Saltado, in which beef, tomatoes, peppers, and onions are blended in a pan with soy sauce and fried potatoes. Not a dish for the carb-phobic, it's usually served over white rice. Very flavorful, yet not spicy, Lomo Saltado never fails to impress diners in Peru and beyond. Fortunately, chefs that want to try their hand at preparing it are in luck because this recipe is as simple as it is delicious. You can literally throw it together within minutes and you don't need many exotic ingredients. Number 5. Saspiro a la Limeña. Saspiro a la Limeña, also known as Saspiro de la Miña, is a Peruvian dessert that originated in the city of Lima. Creamy, caramel-like pudding is topped with a port-flavored meringue and sprinkled with a touch of cinnamon. Amparo Ayarza was the creator of this dessert. Her husband, Jose Galvez Barrenechea, was a poet and and was the one who gave it its name. The poet called it Saspiro de la Mina, which means sigh of a Lima lady, because it is soft and sweet like the sigh of a woman. The base for this dessert is a homemade manjar. Manjar is a thick cream made with milk, sugar, and vanilla. Every country has its own way of making this manjar. Some add a little bit of rice flour and other ground almonds. This manjar is then topped with meringue. The egg whites are beaten to a soft peak. To this, a hot syrup made with sugar and port is added, and for the final touch, a sprinkle of ground cinnamon. Number 4. Anticuchos de Corazon. Anticuchos comes from anti, meaning east, as they originate in the eastern part of the Andes, and cucho, meaning cut in Quechua, the local language in that part of Peru. These Eastern-style cuts are now popular across Peru. The most common meat for anticuchos is a beef heart, Anticuchos de Corazon. These skewers of grilled marinated meat are served everywhere in Peru. High-end restaurants offer them as appetizers. Street cart vendors sell them slathered in a garlicky sauce. While almost any meat can be prepared this way, the most traditional and best anticuchos are made with beef heart, a practice believed to trace back to the days when Peru's Spanish conquerors would consume a cow's choicest cuts and leave the organs for their slaves. If you're ever in Lima, don't miss the excellent Tío Mario restaurant in Barranco, which specializes in anticuchos. Number 3. Aji Di Galina. Aji Di Galina is a classic Peruvian dish that is a great example of combining a European style of making a sauce with local aji amarillo chili mixed in. The dish is considered a type of Peruvian comfort food composed of red onion, garlic, and aji amarillo sofrito base, on which shredded boiled poultry, bread simmered in milk, and pecan nuts are cooked. Aji amarillo are mildly spicy peppers, basic to many Peruvian cuisine dishes. It's served with boiled potatoes, rice, and black olives. It is believed to have evolved from Moorish dishes in the 16th century Peru. It was created using leftover chicken and potatoes. Other variants include using turkey or canned tuna. A vegetarian alternative with a similar flavor is the ubiquitous papa a la huancaina, boiled potato with creamy yellow sauce. Number 2. Causa. A visitor to any market in Peru is certain to find two things: hundreds of varieties of potatoes, which may have originated here, and piles of avocado large enough to toboggan down. A traditional causa layers these two ingredients into a sort of casserole, which is sliced and served cold. Other layers might contain tuna, meat, or a hard-boiled egg. This native Quechan dish can be found all over Peru in countless variations. Casa la Mina is the best-known version. Serve as a cake roll, a casserole, a terrine, or even in bright and colorful individual portions. No matter how you make it, it's all about the mash. Yellow Peruvian potatoes combined with oil, lime, and spicy aji amarillo sauce. Causa is always served cold, usually as a side or salad with a meal. Number 1. Ceviche. The icy Humboldt Current that flows through the Pacific Ocean just off Peru's coast supports one of the world's most bountiful sources of seafood. If Peru had an official national dish, it would probably be ceviche. Preparation of raw fish marinated in citrus juice. The acid in the fruit cooks the fish, giving it a delicate flavor and slightly chewy consistency. The dish is usually spiced with red onion and aji pepper and served typically at lunch with sweet potato or choclo, an ear of white Andrian corn with dime-sized kernels. Bold gastronomes can drink the leftover citrus marinade, which is known as leche de tigre, tiger's milk. That is all about the top 10 foods to eat in Peru. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with such interesting future videos.